In the first chapter, we will look into the characteristics of information, in other words, data, and what are the properties of data from an economic perspective. Data as a good is very much different to physical goods. Hence, we need to understand the properties of data to be able to understand how to make businesses with goods that have been encoded into digital data. In the second chapter, we look at the characteristics of networks. To an increasing degree, we do businesses in networks. Business is no longer a transaction between two parties, but to an increasing degree, there is a third or even fourth or fifth party involved. Understanding what happens in networks and how value is created and captured in networks will enable businesses to construct new forms of operation. The internet is a huge information network. Underline both the word information and the word network. On a macro level, some new properties emerge. In the third chapter, we will talk about the theory of 6 degrees, the long tail, and the dilemma of the commons. These 3 theories will help in understanding businesses that leverage the internet. In the fourth chapter, we will look into key internet technologies, understanding how the internet works and what the key innovations are will also help in working with the technology. We live in a society full of services. In the 5th chapter, we make a connection between the internet, a huge information network, and the understanding and characteristics of services. We look into Disruptive Innovations, a theory by Clayton Christensen, into Henry Chesbro's concept of open innovation, into Creating Market Space by Mauborgne and Kim, into Lisa Gansky's book, The Mesh, and discuss the book Groundswell by Lee and Bernoff. These theories, with related cases and examples, will help the student understand how to design new business concepts built on service, information, and networks. In the 6th chapter, we will study how these concepts can be put to practice. We focus on business models. In particular, the business model canvas by Osterwalder and Pigneur is a great framework. Combined with the categorization available in, for example, Loudon's book E-Commerce 2013 on business models, we will have a nice set of tools to understand how to put in place and how to compete with new business models. No course on e-business is complete without a discussion on 3 further items. Depending on the course, some of these items will be emphasized more, some less. One is the challenge of change, in other words, change management. In the face of new technology, both individuals and corporations have to adopt both new attitudes and new skills. The second topic concerns legal and ethical issues. Adoption of new technology, and in this case the internet in particular, will challenge existing laws. It will also bring up ethical issues which we as a society should be aware of, discuss, and choose how we approach them. The third topic is tools. Most of us spend a lot of time on computers. To an increasing degree, we are no longer just using the computer as a typewriter. We are using different information systems to interact with, manage, monitor, and develop the core business of our company. And perhaps also to interact with a company network. Understanding and working with e-tools is a key skill. The student will need to familiarize himself with the theory. The goal is that the basic concepts are understood, and the course will contain a small test to test the understanding. The main goal is to apply these theories into practice, and the main task of the student is to find a market-creating company in his industry of choice and to study how this particular company is using the above understanding of the internet, in other words, the theories or some of the theories described in this course, to build new markets.